Okay, it looks like the next thing to do is to make the columns now. And I'll make that probably out of steel. I'll probably use 3/4 inch bar for that. I'll go over my instructions here and figure out how much I gotta cut off and everything, and I'll get working on this. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this to 1/2 20. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I can use this then as a gauge whenever I do the single point threading on the column itself. Since I'm using these here imported taps, it's pretty hard to get a good thread. I have to actually fit it into this here. It's hard to tell how well this is going to tap. So by tapping this here first, I can use this as a gauge. And then I can do my single point threading on the lathe for the columns and match everything together. And that's coming up next. Okay, now that they're both tapped, next thing will be to start making the columns now to screw them into. That's coming up next. Okay, it looks like the first thing to do would be to thread this here for the 1/2 20. Okay, I'm getting ready to thread this now. I need to turn this down to about a 1/2 inch diameter here up to this point here, and then I'll be ready to start threading that nub. Okay, fits here nicely. Next thing now would be to do the bore inside, internal bore for, I have to figure out what size I want to make that. That's coming up next. Before I do that bore though, I need to cut this off. I need to face this off to the bottom of this, so this is not sticking out. Okay, before and the after. Okay, this nub, after it's been threaded, comes out to about 460 thousandths, and so 3/8 would be just a little bit too wide of a bore, for internal bore for this. So I'm going to make it maybe 5/16. I'll make the bore internal bore 5/16, and that's what I'll use to ream it. I'll ream it to 5/16. Okay, I'm going to the 29/64 bit. It's 1/64 less than 5/16. Okay, that's 1/1000 below 5/16 reamer. There's the 5/16 reamer. I'm just pushing that in by hand. Alright. Now to make sure that ream properly, if I get one that's the next size up from there, 1/1000 up, it should not fit. That's good. You want. Okay, I'm going to stop right there and do it the 5/16 and just keep it at 5/16. Okay, next thing will be to make the column that goes inside there now. And that's coming up next. Okay, there it is with the bore inside, the internal bore. Now for the next thing will be the column that goes on top of that.